going on, guys? So welcome back. Wanted to do a review and pass off some information about one of these switch panels that I've using on the GTR. I'm going to also use it on the trailer. I'll show you guys, for those of you that have a lot of accessories, underglows, halos, wheel rings, headliner, starlight, anything like that. If you have multiple ones, instead of having multiple switches or a lot of the load going on to like one fuse, this is a great thing to add. It's made by MICTUNING. They have one that is a 8 switch and I think a 12 switch. The 8 switch is probably more than enough though. But show you guys real quick what it has and what it comes with. So here's the box it comes with. All right, some instructions, good instructions there on how to install it. All right, comes with a bunch of button covers. Okay, you guys can put on the switches. All right, put these the other way. All right, has quite a bit of them. Here is the switch panel, and they have ones that are blue, ones that are green, and this one is RBG, so you can change the color of the lights when they light up. All right, so you have your power, you have your dim or brightness, and then you have your RBG color. Okay, and then this will be where you put your decals. All right, where you put those decals. Then when you have it on, the power icon on top will light up for whichever one you have on. Okay, so it's a pretty nice thin design. All right, look at that, nice and thin. You can pretty much mount it anywhere. Has a good amount of slack for the wire, so you have, you know, good options of mounting the control unit separate and in a good safe distance from the actual control box. All right, so the other things it does come with, power cables, power negative. I ended up not using these. Ended up using my own personal longer ones, just because from the battery to where I put the switch panel, it's a little longer. It does come with a fuse tap. You have that option to wire it up straight to the battery or an accessory. Comes with zip ties. Comes with a circuit breaker. All right, I love this. I do not have this connected to the battery all the time, so I have them off, 100% disconnected from the battery, and then whenever I'm at shows, I just pop the circuit breaker and then just turn it on. All right, then you have, this is another wiring option you guys have. Then you have brackets, okay, and screws. So let me open this up here. So opening this up, you will run your, and it says here, your negative will be to the top port from the battery. All right, and then you will run your power wire from the battery to your circuit breaker, and from the circuit breaker to the positive. And here it does have a power light, let you know whether it's getting current or not. So a tip that I recommend is, once you have everything installed, turn off the circuit breaker and test this, all right? Because this light kind of takes a few seconds to dim out. Test it, the positive and negative, to make sure that this control box still is not getting power. If it is, you may need a different circuit breaker. Not a big deal. They're cheap on Amazon. You get a bunch of them, but I think this is a 60 amp. But yeah, just make sure, that's just a tip for you guys. Make sure it's not getting power, and you guys keep it on thinking that it's off. Okay, so here you have different parts. Let me see if I can focus on this. 20 amp. See if I get this better. All right, I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not. It's coming in kind of blurry, but you have a 10 amp on this side, 15 amp, 20, and 30. So you can, you know, for your different accessories, if here are the fuses, you know, some of the lights you have may only call for 5 amps. So you have some on this side, the same thing, 10, 15, 20, and 30. So you can swap out these fuses. Let's say you don't need a 5 amp and you have a 10 amp here, you just pop it out and pop in that fuse. But it just gives you the capability to do that amount of amperage. All right, and then here is where you'll plug in like the controller. All right, I think if I'm not mistaken, it goes plugged into this one. All right, so once all that's wired up and you have it closed up, everything stays nice and neat. But I do recommend you guys follow them. I'll add the link. I'll add the link on the Facebook. They're always throwing out promotions. They had it for about like 60% off, I think it was. So a great buy for like 40 bucks, $44. They always have deals on, they need testers. So what you do is, if you have an Amazon Prime account, they'll put a post saying, hey, we need testers, 5 testers, 3 testers, whatever, free, or 40, 50, 60% off, whatever it is. So you make the purchase on Amazon. Once you receive it, you do a review. You post some pictures, do a review, and then it takes actually a few days for Amazon to approve that review. Once it does approve and it posts, take a screenshot and you send it to them on their chat on Facebook, and they'll ask for your PayPal, and then they'll send you back whatever the portion is, the 60%, or if it's free, whatever it is. I've been doing that with them for about 4 years. I've gotten so many things for free. I've gotten so many things hella cheap. I've gotten light bars, these switch panels, cables, lines, a bunch of electrical stuff. Actually hella cheap. Right, so I'll add the link to them. Like I said, MICTUNING. Even if you search on Amazon for MICTUNING, you'll find a bunch of the stuff that they have. They have stuff for cars, boat covers, you name it, they probably have it. But this is a great switch panel, like I said, for multiple things. I'm gonna put on a trailer because I do have lights in the inside of the trailer. I'm gonna be doing the underglows, and there's an awning, so probably lights for that. So that's at least 3 switches right there. But in the GTR, I have the ones for the underglow, the ones for the subwoofer ring, the one that powers the television. I'm gonna do the wheel rings. So I'm probably gonna pretty much use up all those panels. But just so slim, so sleek. You can pretty much add this almost anywhere on your car. I know where I'm gonna add it. Just give you guys maybe a quick view. I just haven't rewired everything yet, but turn the light on in here. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of this EQ processor and add a different one. But once that's gone, I'm just gonna have a carbon fiber panel, and this is gonna be like that, so I can access the switches, you know, or you know, you guys wanna put them somewhere where you don't really see it, but you still have access to it. All right, multiple options, guys, multiple options. The brain of the unit that I have it on the other side. I have it underneath the kick panel. So whenever I just click the breaker and it sends current to everything from the second battery. When I'm home, I just disconnect the breaker, and I know there's absolutely no power because I tested it with the multimeter. There's absolutely no power going to the switch panel or any of the lights. So it doesn't kill the second battery, which actually takes a lot because it's a excess power, I think 3,000. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know, send me a message. I do a ton of wiring for cars, so if you guys have any questions, your first time doing it, you've never done it before, let me know. I'll give you some advice, some tips, anything like that. All right, see you guys.